Hello and welcome back. So in this video we're going to talk about the logical operators. Logical operators are pretty simple. Actually, what they do is simply you need to have two values. Either of one should be okay, or both should be okay, or both should be negative, something like that. Let me just apply that. Actually, it depends on two kind of comparison operator statements. Let me just do that by now. For example, here what I'm asking that if like that, I'm sick of these things anyway, but let me close that anyway, save it, and here I'm writing if 6 equal to 6. If this statement is true, then this should be shown. Here I'm writing fmt dot println, and like that I'm going inside and I'm writing something. The statement 1 is okay. Okay, fine. Let me just double check here. Oh, come on. Yeah, you can see that they import fmt. Okay, everything is fine. Now what more is required? I just need to go there and run this statement, and absolutely I'm gonna get the statement 1 is okay, because it is absolutely okay. But for example, now it is not okay. Save it. Now go back here and just check this out. So we got that the statement 1 is not okay anymore, because you can see that there is no print of the statement 1 is okay anymore. Now if we want to give it another chance, so we can use the pipes, the two pipes in space now, and write 5 equal to 5 and save it. Okay, now what we are actually doing here, we are actually making two statements. Okay, either of them should be true, this one or this one. Okay, this is actually a kind of logical operator. This is the logical operator, and this is called the or logical operator, like that. Let me just logical operator, or. Okay, now in this statement either of them should be true. So this one is true, so we're gonna get something true there. So you can see that the statement is okay, the statement 1 is okay. Okay, now I'm going just there and I'm writing another statement, and I'm going to tell you the reason why these things are important. So here I'm writing 5 equals to 5, and here I'm using this sign. Okay, the end sign. Four is less than 6. Okay, fine. Now fmt print ln, and here the statement 2 is okay. Now save it again, just go here and run this up, and here the statement 1 is okay, the statement 2 is okay. Now both are okay, because it's not the equal to operator statement, but it's ultimately true. The 4 is actually less than 5, 6 actually, so this is fine. Now what's the difference between these two operators? This is the or operator, and this one is the and logical. So what's the basic difference between those? This one is and, that means around this operand both of the values must be true. the 5 equal to 5 and the 4 less than 6, both are true. And in this case, any one of the both sides has to be true. So this one, the right one, was true, so it printed this line. But here both are true, so this printed this line. But what if I just go here and if I just write if, now I'm gonna make one wrong here. 5, or let me write 8 greater than 10, and 9 equal to 9, and save it. Now I'm going here, inside this fmt print ln, and here I'm going inside again. Come on. Okay, here I'm writing the statement 3 is okay. Save it. Now just go here and we should get the statement 3 is okay if this is working. No, it's not working. You can see that it's false. The return of this comparison operator is false. The return of this comparison operator, I mean the equal to sign, is true, and the return of this operator is ultimately false because the left side of this is wrong and the right side of this is right. So because this is the actual condition, so this is producing false to this overall statement. So because of that, this block of code is not visible. So if I just make both of them true, like if I just do this one and save, and now if I just go here and I just run this up, and now I'm gonna get the statement 1, 2 and 3, all of them are right. Okay, now if I just change the sign of this, remember both of the sides are right by now, but if I just make it like that, now save, now go back there, and if I just run this up again, and now there, all of them are true, because it is okay if any one of the both sides, when we are using this operator, is true, then it is fine. But if both are true, then it's also fine. At least one of the side has to be true. Now if I just use the greater than sign again there in this way, and if I just save this up, and if I just go there, and if I just run this, and now we're gonna get the all of them are true. However, one statement is wrong. But if I just make both of them wrong, like 4 cannot be equal to 9, so let's just check that back, and now we're gonna get the 1 and 2 statements true only, not the third one. So this is ultimately not true by now, because of this operator needs at least one of the sides has to be true. Okay, so these are the two logical operators. There is one more logical operator which is quite interesting. You're gonna learn that by now. Okay, now 7 is equal to, or let's just change it, is greater than 3. Save it. Now I'm going inside fmt.print ln, and here the statement 4 is okay. Save it, and now here let me just change it. Okay, now I'm gonna go there, and now just gonna run that. Now statement 3 is actually wrong, but statement 4 is okay. It is ultimately okay. But what if I do something quite different? Now I'm actually asking if exclamatory sign, the parentheses, and just cutting this statement off and pasting it inside. Now save it. Now here I'm gonna run that, and I'm gonna have, okay, you can see that the statement 4 is wrong by now. What's the meaning? Actually, this sign is actually called the not operator. Not. Okay, so what is this producing? This is producing the positive, the true result, okay, the true condition. But we just want it to be not true because we applied this one, okay. So if it is true, so it became not true. Getting the point? And if it is not true, then ultimately it is false. So this not operator is turning it to the negative, or actually the opposite form. So opposite, to just make it negative, to get the positive, the true one, and make it opposite of the result we're getting here. I'm writing here 7 is less than. It is quite interesting. I know you can be confused for a while, but it is very simple. You just need to know the not operator, okay. Now 7 is less than 3, but absolutely 7 is not less than 3. 7 is bigger than 3. But if I just run this up here, I'm gonna get the statement 4 is okay, because here, what if we are telling, what if the 7 and 3 less than 7 is less than 3 is not true, okay. Now this if is actually now depending on this not operator, and this is actually the main operator here, not this one. So this is producing a negative result, which is because of the not operator. It is turning it into the positive result. So now this is making not, the not statement is making the statement true. So we are telling that it is not true. Yeah, it is not false, something like that. Okay. So we're getting this statement. I think it is pretty simple. You just need to focus more a little if you're actually confusing this statement. Anyway, what are the meanings of these results and why we use the logical or the AND or logical operator? Just to make it sure, I'm just writing something like, I'm just going here at the very top, because the rule is whenever you're making a variable, you should make it at the very top. So I'm making it very top. Right here, the var1 equals to, or let me just do it very true, user. I'm writing John, and I'm going down, okay, var pass, I'm writing here monkey 321. Oh, I'm not gonna put this space. Okay, fine. Now they're giving us the the right red line, because we just made these two variables, but we didn't use that yet. So statement, the script won't work. Actually, this is the limitation, or actually this is a restriction, which is actually good in the Go language. This is not in every programming language, but in a Go language, when you make a variable, you just cannot leave it without using. This is considered as a mistake. Anyway, we just made it. We're gonna use that. Here we are verifying if the user is equals to John, and now we need to get both of them true. So here, and the password is equals to John and the monkey 321. Save it. Okay, now we need to remember one thing, that when it comes to the strings, the alphabets, you can say the text, it is case sensitive. If the John was written, just check here, so you would notice the John is written in a small letters, so there all of them must be small letters, otherwise it's gonna ignore that, because the capital John or the capital J John is a different thing, and the small J John is a different thing. And in a password, the monkey 321, okay, I've added the same thing there. If I just look at this, the monkey 321, okay. Now when we need two statements or the two conditions to be true, okay, we use two conditions with logical AND operator, and we need two conditions must be true to show something like fmt.println, and here you are successfully logged in. So just to make this statement you are successfully logged in, we need to have both of the conditions to be true. Okay, now just run this up, and now because of the password is okay, so you're successfully logged in. If you put any side wrong, like I'm adding monkey31, it was monkey321, so I'm not gonna get this. You can see that this one is not true by now. So this is here I need to change again now. Okay. Now this is why we use AND operator, and in some cases where we need to have at least one to be true. For example, if user or here you want to write something like one of the value is true, but we need both to be true. Now in this case we can use the this one, and I can write something like that, and absolutely this is the password is wrong but the user is true, so it's gonna tell us that at least one of the value is true, but we need both of them to be true. Okay, so this is why and how we use this AND and OR operators. So I think we just learned the logical operators and a practical example of this. So in the next video we're going to talk about the if and else practically, the decision making things of the Go language practically. We just talked about the if not else yet. We just talked about the if because of the comparison operators and the logical operators, but later we're gonna actually talk about the if and else. So stay tuned.